Whew, is that City Hall?
Got him thinking.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
look up the myth. You can Google it, and there's myths. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's
Myths
cool.
about the Spaniards' trade.
Yeah.
And the missions were all controlled by the Spaniards. So.
Right.
There's myths about where it might be.
There's like a mariachi area.
It is made from concrete.
I want to be him.
It's the river wheel. Behind the boat is wheel. But in front of the boat is making
I just play Pink Pony Club by Chapel Road all day.
extension. On my right, the Tower of the Americas. On New Year's Eve, fireworks are shot off at the tower. It's very difficult to see the tower, but you see that white line of lights 600 feet in the air. That is the Tower of the Americas. At the bottom of the tower, they're building a park, they're building a playground, they're building a live music venue. We are hosting the NCAA Final Four next month, and that project uses a volcanic rock.
Oh,
on my left is St. Anthony. St. Anthony is the English version of San Antonio.
Oh,
on my left is a statue of the saint that the city is named after. When looking at St. Anthony, he's seen holding a baby. He's the patron saint of children. Before the river was named after St. Anthony, this was the Yanaguana River. Now we do have Yanaguana Street, theater, we have concerts, and we have plays at the outdoor venue.
Oh, they don't have the mariachi today.
As you can see, the theater is divided by the river. On my left is seating, on my right is the stage. Sculpture of a Bronco. So this is the Western Art Museum.
What a pretty sculpture.
And in front of the boat is the Tower Life building, completed in 1929. In front of the boat is the only 8-sided high-rise in the United States.
Still?
Sound the alarm. The rebels, amounting to about 150 men, including lawyers, doctors, and farmers, along with their families, flee the town and gather inside the walls of the Alamo, hoping for protection from the impending battle. Crockett lost.
Pull out the ramrod and you shove it into the muzzle. Now, the thing is you have to drive it all the way to the breech. Again, you've got to force it all the way down. And that can take time. So once you seat it, you put the ramrod back in place. You would then open the priming pan, pour gunpowder out of the horn.
Partially ruined wall. Farther east along the north wall was another fortified gun position called El Fortín de Tirano, which was under the direct command of Colonel Travis. Mounted here were 3 cannons, all firing north. The wall continued eastward past the remains of the Reyes house. From the northeast corner of the compound it ran south along a group of huts called Jacales and ended in a small gate opening to the east. Beyond the gate was the mission's large granary, previously used for storing foodstuffs. In 1836 it was converted into the long barracks for housing soldiers. The Sanchez Navarro map described trenches dug lengthwise inside the building to aid the defenders' last-ditch stand. At the southern end of the long barracks was the 2-story convento, which had housed priests during the mission period. By 1836, the lower rooms were used as an arsenal to house many of the fort's weapons, while the upstairs level served as a hospital. The convento courtyard was divided into 2 portions, one which contained the main well from the Alamo, and a small area which contained the fort's latrines. A small cabin was placed in the northeastern corner. South of the convento, in front of the mission church, was the southern courtyard. A palisade extended from the corner of the church to the low barracks with a centrally placed cannon. This was the area defended by David Crockett and his Tennessee volunteers. A ditch was dug outside the palisade, beyond which felled trees were dragged and stacked together to form an amartine. This device hindered direct attack. Breaking through the weakened area, they crawled over the bodies of their dead and wounded comrades and poured into the Alamo complex. It was here, at El Fortín de Terral, that Travis fell.